I got a confession to make. I thought that me healing my trauma would make it easier to parent these kids. I thought that healing my trauma would make it easier to parent these kids. And if I'm being 100% honest, it's made it harder because these kids don't give a fuck about my trauma. The security that I craved earlier that I was talking about, they don't give a fuck about that because that's all they know. Me not having tennis shoes and wanting cool shoes as a kid, so where now all I do is get them the latest, the greatest cool shoes. They don't give a fuck about none of that, right? Healing all my childhood trauma, playing the games that I wanted to play, doing the things that I wanted to do. They don't give a fuck about none of it, right? Essentially, probably creating their own trauma. Me creating their own trauma by trying to cater to these needs and these things that they don't give a fuck about, right? But the thing is like I don't want my kids to struggle, right? Like I said, I'm from the inner city. I'm from a area where we didn't have a lot of options, and so I moved out here, try to create my kids some options, give them some situations to where they can have a choice, a say so in the matter, and they don't care. This is life for them, and that's what it's supposed to be. Like this is what I created, right? I don't want them to struggle, but I don't want them to be soft either. I don't want them to be these fucking iPad children or whatever the fuck they call them. Like, I expect them to have some character. Like, how do you build that character, right? Like, can they not struggle but also be calloused? You know what I mean? Like, can they, like my wife Stormy, she took them to volunteer at, like, a soup kitchen. You know what I mean? Where like they was working with the homeless and things like that to show them that the situation that y'all have. Not everybody has the situation. There's kids who look like you, who don't have the situation, who don't have a different pair of shoes to wear every day, who don't have a fucking, all of the accessibility to the things that y'all have, right? But like I don't know if that's the right answer. I don't know, right? I'm just being honest. Like I don't know. I thought that me fixing myself and the things that and the stability that I craved as a child, I thought if I created that type of environment that these kids would be okay. But we got a whole new set of problems, Like there's brand new traumas that we don't even know about. I don't know. I don't know if it's true or not, but I seen a post where there was a lady from, like, and forgive me, I'm probably gonna butcher it, but like Japan, maybe, where she didn't, like, they don't have a word for trauma in that country that translates to that, because they're like, what the fuck is trauma? She's like, I seen my parents get taken away from me and shot and killed like when I was 5 years old. What the fuck is trauma? You know what I mean? To where my kids are like, oh, I didn't get the game that I wanted, or I didn't get the toy that I wanted, to where like, oh, now everything is ruined. Like, and once again, I don't have the answers, guys. I don't, right? I know there's a part of me that would say whoop their ass. You know what I mean? That's my philosophy as the how I was raised. I got my ass whooped. You know what I mean? But that wasn't the answer. I remember getting my ass whooped. Like, damn, why is she so mad at me? Why is he so mad at me? You know what I mean?